Was any of you have it, Jim?
It will PZ.
I go for Unana, my man.
Then I'm going for Unana, your sporting director.
No, no, what then the skill set to be.
We don't go Unana, your sporting director.
But church now, Quemu, the skill set, and now I shot, I stopper, or a one.
Bonana's on your bad, sir.
Unana.
Donana Yadi.
Oh, intended no had no buy on BBS or had it.
Onana from Barcelona Academy. I asked Amsterdam.
Now, only Mr. Barca for no crowd out.
So,
Santiago was all free of freedom as young.
I was Yadaka.
Sir, I can't go him.
No, boy, to call I asked Amsterdam. Quaco Champions League semi final. Echo Inter, about Champions League final. Champions League final. It's about the same as Andrew Nana and Yadi. What team in a more problem with Chado? Manchester United team, no problem, no so like any problem. Ketwa. It's Obi or Campona, so yeah, the corner Bema. Now say, Ababe, now that one was second to was good and say, by in there, no, Nasa. I take you for Goalkeeper.
Or don't say bad, no. That's what my corner be shared names are. Onana Nyadi. But the man here to corner show.
Team of history, more Peter Schmeichel.
Like how?
History, more Peter Schmeichel. Edwin van der Sar.
Great goalkeepers.
I think Adebakoso most of European football is over emphasis on ball playing. Goalkeeper there, so you much chance on ball playing number. Over ball playing because it's Allison, Ederson, Odimche, or something ball playing. Yeah, Mark Andre Testegen
can be bony.
Yeah, Obetima Bobo Odimche. Nobody is a better sweeper goalkeeper than Manon or playing with the foot, but on his in check. But for the go ball play, I say the Robert Sanchez. And ball playing the course also the check. Sunday morning check. Goalkeepers in there, I think and they are integral part of every team. You need proper goalkeepers. All right, you need come up. I'm starting from this front page of Mundo. Na minim se Barca for no me be ya adwene a ana so omuni Mundo be ya adwene a se omuni Mundo enya adwene a
ofi am say why you know shi bi wo yento also okay it looks like I'm say you be almost almost checking on you na
okay
let me there
me be say yani Mundo ya adwene ana say omuni Mundo nya adwene what Mundo has written here means pressure. According to Mundo Deportivo, pressure on Barca.
Why?
Say, who probi Feda? Article on air catcher say, Barca bebo the same Leganes. I didn't say or Real Madrid no. Or kwa we hakobo Leganes. We all know the first half of the season, Barca and Leganes how it went. 2. Next week. Barca are in a pressure or in a fix on the managerial players this year to the extent say omunya accumulated fatigue because obekaya after international break Barca be born the game ekokobo another game over the weekend Thursday weekend or Super Bowl match and another game Champions League and it's a lot of games for Barcelona so pressure to manage the team and then pressure of whether they can win this game over the side weekend or Spanish La Liga.
But Kofi say Osha the 2 Spanish teams no more Champions League now.
Yeah.
Like in Koma Oni AD.
Yeah.
Obia Beka said the game is Real Madrid.
In the Champions League.
In the Champions League.
Okay.
Because Madrid there, only 3-0 deficit in the Real game anymore. But Barcelona they were 3-4.
Yeah.
It is so team Ebeka say Obenya a divided attention going to the Champions League. It's not Barcelona.
No, I think
the Argentina won't fa or best squad number game we. Ne do Champions League now some kaka un tikino. Because I mean say again Borussia Dortmund no. Barca bibi kaka bi on be bia no. Ebetu am qualify. But again Leganes
say where the board of contention no I want to say. Baby players now see the serious players on Fanen Kobono. Omo no msambo last week me boa.
Sure.
Weekend before omo no msambo me boa. And also this our players there be as also boy onya free international break by when you are going to play. In this serious players no accumulated fatigue show mo. It was shiny na sakobo full fledged. Obi said Rafinha wa rest kakra. Pedri mo have been playing. Inigo Martinez mo have been playing. If you don't take care, and that's a Ukobo full fledged Pau Kubasi right after Sawe and Mobi, then you risk an injury. And that is where Hansi Flick action your man on him. But like I'm saying, I think Sebastian should be able to fill the team that can manage Leganes. You see, a tricky game. Again, because of their course so in the first half of the season. 2. In the last few games, Leganes airborne. Oma who said baby Omoda was Spanish La Liga table, no so yet. And relegation has stared down their faces. In fact, also the point difference between Leganés and Deportivo Alaves. It is literally just 2 points per. Deportivo Alaves ever Madrid or China. Leganés ever Barcelona. So both of our teams now are call relegation. Omi also ever the 2 teams that are in contention for the league. Iti Barca so no per league naji. Leganés said da. Miss person relegation. Iti the game is not going to be easy at all. Ain't easy. I know say for Barcelona like Senna Gabi Ekano, the focus will not be on the Champions League. Yeah. The focus is on the league this year. And the last time you discussed the margin of error, they've cleared that of the Copa del Rey. Now I can league no 4 points gap. Madrid die so obe and say from now to the El Gran Clasico, Madrid would want to be given a chance near then. Say at least by the time we ball Clasico, near 3 points be or no be pem so no 3 points now then now for that will be a game. Of course, Barca said they have to keep on winning over there. In 2025, Leganés, Celta Vigo, Real Mallorca, Real Valladolid, Real Madrid at home. Barca are unbeaten, and games are aka ese omobo as the games are going on. Or call Leganés away, or you have Celta Vigo, then Real Mallorca, then Real Valladolid, then going to go and play against Real Madrid. I don't think say Leganés are the team best stop it. Barca for no unbeaten run in 2025. That said, Mijiri pass a game the Bayedin. In fact, one of the games that our machine in our mates say are prepare. Number analysis and also trying to pick betting code for Fiifi-Manfred for. There was one thing I make a check was that one shiny year. Barca best match but on share with goals. If you best 1-0 be pay. If it's very tight 1-1 for a long time, then Barca gets the goal. It's going to be again a Barca would be difficult to play against because that's the Leganés side is good. But again, who the Madrid game no kwa assess Leganés playing against Barcelona, you may be doing a little bit of a shoddy job. Ejumano is to Leganés versus Barcelona. So Leganés is obetnas in the compact mid block. Now we are asking Barca to come and bring them down. Over the week, let me change match. Say Barca team now has a flick as channel. Adi omo ya adi power when they say low block. Omo put low block no more a crab. Because also more compact 4-4-2 without the ball, and that's a 4-5-1 without the ball. Now, person or chum when they say, "Who are the probably Fiifi say I bet prevent you from having the ball." But that is where Barca too. So what's a possible lineup now? And then Chagu Mundo Muna. You can see say small change kakabem. Inigo Martinez will be rested for Ronald Araujo, equally good. Kunde and Gerardo Martin. Barca for as Kunde goes on one Barca matches a lot this season. It is clear as a Barca replacement. I mean, backup Emma Kunde when the summer comes in. Pedri, Eric Garcia, Fiifi-Manfred, Gavi and Starty against Dortmund. He will play Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and a Brent friend Ferran Torres to be able to rest a Brentia, their friend Robert Lewandowski. Barca for a pressing counter pressing in this area. They also have players in the half spaces. A bit may receive ball in these zones and then be quick and direct on the media how. I think that as the season goes on, and now Barca good news back up. Now Ferran Torres, Danny Omar returning also to team training now on them. It's 82 goals between these 3 players in all competitions with 46 assists, and the Barca are playing very well. Say, and now at the news now, Inigo Martinez issue now. Abuko training Daria Gidi no RFEF one Abuego say Oma Barca anye bibia and Barca for now fine longest unbeaten start over there for Barcelona no as it stands now. Abranche friend Wojek Szczesny 21 games about for Barca or start here own lose here. Now what we are hearing is Hansi Dieter Flick most likely be signing contract extension +1 and another +1 or honum. I have a feeling say Hansi Flick and person be signing very long contract or any short. No, I said the way a team be evolve. Then maybe if it doesn't go well, he'll know what to do over there. We are in there. See, I said the on the part of Barcelona, I think the Barca has enough to edge Leganes, even though it's away from home. Which
Nana TBM also no a Barca I'll say the only player that will be rested for Barcelona should be Pedri and Lamine Yamal. The rest are good.
Jules Koundé say a kind of minutes player. Because Jules Koundé is a second of Western. But we should any backup. Because Gerard Martin be on the other side for Alejandro Balde. And again, I think say Inigo Martinez is so some resting. Now Ronald Araujo and so Bokakra. Because Araujo hasn't been starting for the last few games. Although Bobby it's good. And Araujo is equally good as Inigo Martinez. Although Araujo come and play on the right hand side, then in Kubasi Beko on the left. Whilst it would have been different if Inigo and Kayaba. But then again, I think it's a bridge. One good thing that we don't even see a lot, and they said, Hansi Flick a UC La Masia Niye. And Utibasa have a lot of options. In Keka players, then come out 12 about 10 and Kabasa players. But the use of Gerardo Martin sometimes, I mean, but he's not the best Barcelona player. But Oye Jumano, Alejandro Baldemo, the use of Fermin Lopez when it has mattered most, and few additions from Deco, Barca has very, very good depth that helps them to compete. In front of Barca, I watch you Brigado, Arizona girls at the end, you know, they say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you woo. The Deportivo Alaves, Alaves. Are we? Okay. We try Alaves. I'm going to be a Nibrino. About Deportivo Alaves and Jumano Yamiad much.
Oh, yeah, sure, sir. Madrid, injected a lot of energy was arguing.
You see,
Madrid crucial game Wednesday.
But Madrid scenario no a dicey. The focus is on the Champions League. But as a we need to tell for the league. Because Barca bet me and sleepy. And Barca sleepy, you want to be there to take advantage. Say points on N, a 7 pointer. It means you need 2 games and 1 draw. Literally a cup. A cup. Into yes, the focus is on Arsenal. And throughout the media. But who say who read anything that a former Madrid player can, Madrid legends can, Madrid pro papers can. Like obviously they are putting everything in place for Arsenal match. It's like you're saying, okay, the focus is on Arsenal. But also we need to league, you know. And so one share Alaves or you one place of relegation. Then league maybe on your ready so bench. Up to now, there is always a sketchy story around this gentleman, Dani Ceballos. I think say the injury na Madrid because bro Babeshi
so after Tony Cruz, you know.
Yeah.
On the energy man.
Yeah, but yeah,
and all of a sudden call off.
Exactly, but yeah, in the box to box, ebe cover build it up. But assistants now still. A branch of Dani Ceballos injury, you know, and what do and know in full training. We asked if you come back or not. Matisse and Kofa start here attacking Carlo Ancelotti. Any Jumana Oyo of Madrid Honor. For the very first time after Arsenal match, Carlo Ancelotti being a new tone. I can say the problem no, the balance without the ball. Obi or Pesa
Real Madrid any ball now.
Yes, okay. Obi in a new tone post match. And so Kesa now, it means that the problem is Vini and Mbappe. Without the ball. Because without the ball, I Madrid be 4-4-2 block no. They don't put pressure. Set it off. And he mentioned it. And Rich, that is why a lot of coaches enter 2 superstars. Quote and unquote, team. Because the other team players will work for him. But the Queen, you know, and I me, I don't fault Carlo Ancelotti Bebreo. I think on the day against Arsenal was just too good for Madrid. In Fiifi control near the and the injury, you know, this morning I mean the line discussing. So Osinga Carlo Ancelotti in Kobo Federico Valverde won Fiifi. it means that you are risking Federico Vasquez at right back against Martinelli. You're suicidal.
Vasquez no asasa na.
Emphasis.
And you won't even take Martinelli won't even know.
Barcelona says 6-1 was a 6-1 winning. That's a question Barcelona.
No, to Madrid here.
Vasquez ana. Or what team Nikakra?
Oh no,
because we know Vasquez to be naturally a winger. Vasquez at Madrid. He has been a winger.
Yeah.
Madrid here one of Vasquez maybe full back maybe. Nenka Trent Aba and a Carvajal on man. Vasquez will have no place at the back. But that's the thing. You ask questions, Militao engineers really hurt them. Time Alaba buy now. Fela Mendes wa akakupra.
Alaba so kuomo.
Aye. Alaba on your
Real Madrid papa.
You fully fit. So it's the first half.
It was a branding only my fitness.
Bukayo Saka the yen ejuma hosana. Second half in the Ojab Saka cut. And the man's first free kick in the buy for Declan Rice to score. It's the job for Carlo Ancelotti will be tough. I mean, I don't think that Madrid for most likely will keep him. All of the whispers that are coming from Bernabeu suggest that Carlo Ancelotti at the end of the season will be the end. And so Brazil obviously will take him in. Maybe Madrid can start with a much more youthful manager because so only a strong tactical base from a youth manager. Now all the Benyasa Ebekasa Madrid atmosphere is going to be huge. Maybe the assistants now, I don't believe that Madrid are going to eliminate Arsenal next week. But of course, football drew on us this year about the kind of Honor. I think the Madrid still or China, I will not put too much on Madrid. I'm a double chance away at Deportivo Alaves. Fine, not too much on me winning because as a games now about a little bit tough. Is this a run in? See a way.
So saying.
What's the league in Liverpool?
The competition is Champions League.
Yeah, competition in English, England, and you're first or second. And you're third, fourth, fifth, 3 places for about 5 teams. On a competition. Now Liverpool they watching the Liga. We need England for no. They want to still make it look like there is something to play for the trophy. Liverpool, West Ham United at home. Liverpool away to Leicester. Liverpool at home to Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool away to Chelsea. What is it in compare for the and straight for a Sabat on Beji? It was Liverpool versus West Ham. And Leicester City away over Juman. Tottenham Hotspur. The part 4. Brighton and Hove Crystal Palace on last day to win it. It's going to happen. Maybe Arsenal will be difficult test for Liverpool.
No, because of Chelsea Arsenal. Obi Airport Champions League maybe next season.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And maybe who say almost fishers now can. And only fishers are said dim.
Yeah.
Brighton and Hove are being
on Belgium.
50-50.
But Rich, Mikel Arteta and Brentford. Ejumano SC and I say uncle careful with Brentford on resty players. Say Mikel Arteta so resty players are. I say literally Oja League ni mama Liverpool say far. Because we dropping points against Everton last weekend. Or against Brentford this weekend our English Premier League in and Osha Samak no bo fear and then 5:30 against Brentford. Brentford any very good travelers. In fact, in the last 2 games now coming a good travelers until they went to lose away at Tyneside to Newcastle. They are going to play a London derby against Arsenal. An Arsenal team you focus power ewo Madrid match. Now you be rich. Brentford former manager Thomas Frank say Abrana Arsenal Madrid but no stadium hobby. Of a share match now. And I give them Fedodo. And feel like Onyaya kono so that's over coach at that level once he's playing the Champions League. I mean he's not getting it. But Arsenal versus Brentford.
Ofi me say obusamia. Menya Arsenal ni de. But me say Arsenal for na him say league ni de omuntimi nje.
They can't win the league.
League ni de Liverpool afa. This is why Arsenal.
Yeah.
Oye Mikel Arteta. Oye players as you see am Arsenal. The focus should be on the Champions League. Ebia me say kam Mikel Arteta and now against Brentford. Ka me say some team mu kakra. Drobi. Because already now Saka money. Boys in the prepare money. That's it.
Okay.
So now occupied Drobi in that game. Because crucial game.
Mama Benjamin White more be Bobby.
Simple.
Now rest Saliba Mukakra. Now afi washe obi to say what's the name? Tieni mo ano mo chere nya bi no. Bobby.
Now they Pedro be in that game.
So it means that most
likely be our second position, no.
Yeah.
Always, you know, a be assured the amount.
Okay.
Unya no we are. Then the focus need na no Champions League.
Adinti na Arsenal ashe Madrid 3-0. Na Barca ashe Dortmund 4-0. Ni see Arsenal the only chance kura just was Samson yiri no ho.
So we Champions League in common. And we are talking about Real Madrid. And you see, it's not like game no Arsenal bobo humo. Arsenal kwa away was Santiago Bernabeu.
Dimponko na ebe jina Santiago eni mo no.
Enye no.
And a flex no metutu no.
Enye no.
And on me cover stadium no so.
Kofi me. Ebi am ka se mi kiro. Yina ye hwe Real Madrid in the Champions League. Omo mo bo hu bia wo. Say Madrid nyani day in the Champions League. Ninth. Look, forget about players akuta the chances that you created. And now you be creating. Omo be saw. And when sa game we, for instance, maybe a starting game no, the fair bare 15 minutes. Now Madrid that shot 1-0. Now game now 3-1 on aggregate. Madrid in him say the first 15 minutes now when you go no. So saying you go in the first half, it means that what 2, aka 1. Or another 45 minutes as what 1. Game no a draw 3-3. No, that is what I make say.
Dortmund so signal
no. So want to be in front of Dortmund who didn't to Madrid. We are talking about two different teams. Dortmund no due to say we film. On to be Barcelona no. Na sa fi Barca was shot Dortmund ashena. Instead of the news. Barca me Arsenal.
Santiago Bernabeu.
And I'm Mikel Arteta and then sa game Brentford. Bako Pedro. Nam de ma ho adin na akọbọ Madrid. Kọbọ compact game. Pupu to no azon.
Na compact game.
Yeah, na up. But show two be cry when you 3-2 that.
Arsenal bo compact ku jai bo na Madrid obi kunu. Ma ne nkọbọ compact. Ombo ne se no bo no. Say Emirates now be mu na ne mo betu ne na bo. Nko bubu to na Vinicius emfa bo bi nkofo bi na se nya penalty. 17th minute na fi half ejuma na be heading amount. Ye ko kebo game. Which be who fly away. Now, Chelsea for say they are being unfairly treated. Omu huni pakoye calculation. Who's a Sky for your top 5 finish chances according to Opta's Premier League probabilities of the top 5 finish this season. Almost say Liverpool 100% obeko. Almost say Arsenal 99.9% obeko. Almost say Nottingham Forest with 87.3% obeko Champions League. That is the top 3. In Premier the 4th place team is Chelsea with 53 points. Nottingham Forest is 3rd place with 57 points. But almost say Nottingham Forest is 87%. You know. Chelsea was 43% of our Champions League. Maybe. Newcastle is that Chelsea cheap with the same points, but on goal difference 53. According to Opta for Newcastle was 69.4% of our Champions League. Maybe. Man City is that Newcastle cheap on 6th place with 52 points. Almost Newcastle was 74.1%. So I was Champions League maybe. But Chelsea won that 42.1%. Are just for no one day.
So unu. What is that thing great?
There be any results there can be problem. I think that near up to for the matches now Chelsea be born.
And some matches now the result.
Exactly, me can no results Chelsea against Ipswich Obeshe. But now Obeshe Ipswich. I don't have a shadow of doubt in my mind. So Obeshe. Oshe even Nottingham Forest match Obeba or against Everton. Everton have been good, but we are the City ground. I think Nottingham Forest get a job done. The only thing is that I've seen Nottingham Forest lose last week. This season, Nottingham Forest ain't losing back to back before. If this becomes the first time, then it blows up an opportunity for Chelsea and Newcastle to enter. But Nottingham Forest have not shown us some may drop it anytime soon. Brighton versus Leicester, we know it's a goals game, and any of the teams are going to win. Man City against Crystal Palace for 2 or 3 seasons in a row. Anytime a Crystal Palace go away to Manchester City, there is some sort of an upset. Draw. Crystal Palace got win a free one, and Oliver Glasner last season was close to it. And if history is anything to go by, you would want to look at it. But City up at top 4 at home, I doubt that Crystal Palace will have anything on them. It's a game. I mean, goals on them just to avoid any mishaps. On Sunday or Chelsea and Ipswich Town, they should win. What's the Enzo Maresca?
ɔsɛ dɛn